Hey YouTubers, Jethro here. Shout out Lowbuck. You asked about rabbit pens, rabbit size, size of the cages. I've got a, I guess what you'd call a store-bought cage here. I haven't bought anything from the store, but when I've gone to the poultry swaps, at times I find these cages usually around 10 bucks a piece, sometimes 15 if you buy them brand new. They will run 25 to 30. Dimensions on your cages that they normally have, we're talking 24 inches square. And the height on them 16 inches. The doors are 12 inches. The wire on them is 2 inch by 1 inch mesh for the sides and the back and top. The bottom mesh is actually a 1 inch, I believe, by half, or let's see, yeah, 1 inch by half inch mesh on the bottom. Works pretty good. By the time the babies get big enough to jump out of the box, it'll work for them. The cages I have down here, we didn't pay a dime for. My wife has a friend that had a small kennel. She went over, and the lady pretty much got rid of all her stuff, and she went over there and cleaned out the cages and everything and brought them home, and she took her time to attach all of them together. So we've got actually oversized cages for what we have. Our rabbits are New Zealand whites. I got California cross. What you're looking at, Lowbuck, is probably starting out with about 2, maybe 3 does and 1 buck. So 3 cages, and then you need 1 extra cage, possibly 2, depending on how often you're breeding, what your cycles are, just so your babies can get up to size for butcher. Some of the cages, which I don't think you're going to want, you have that overhang that you're going to be putting them under. I built all these cages. They run about $80 a piece for the wire, the lumber, and everything else. And it's nothing more than just whatever you think you want. I've built several for people around the area. They all different styles, depending on what they're wanting for their rabbits. If they want front doors that flip open instead of, or flip up instead of open normally. I was going to say, on these cages right here, the neat thing about them is you're talking about being too hot. Well, right through here, I've seen many people run a steel pipe through them and basically just suspend them from a ceiling, leaving them open all the way around. It gives good air circulation, keeps your rabbits quite a bit cooler. We had a pretty good drought last summer. We had several days over 100 degrees where I'm at. I did not lose any big rabbits. I did lose some babies. My neighbor did lose some rabbits. However, his is right next to a metal building. He didn't really have any kind of shade over the top for air circulation, and we're believing they did get too hot. Mid-season, he did start putting frozen water bottles of a morning in there. I didn't lose any rabbits after that, and they really didn't chew up the water bottles he put in. So here's just some ideas. You're looking at rabbits, once you breed them, you got 31 days. They'll be putting out babies. Average size of litter is probably somewhere between 6 and 8. Usually 2 months after birth, they've pretty much weaned. They're around a 2-pound range, and that's the butcher size. That's a good tender rabbit. So you can look at, if you breed once a month, you can have 6 rabbits ready every month just for butcher, just to kind of offset your food cost. And it could turn into a lot more than that. That's just an average, but that keeps your feed cost down. So here's what I do with my rabbits. Just maybe give you a couple ideas. Good luck, and Jethro's out. Hey, also, what I didn't tell you, I have a Tractor Supply. I have an Atwoods close to me. True Value, they're kind of expensive on it, but if you wanted, you can go buy the rolls of wire. They're usually 24 or 36 inch. I'd get the 24 inch width. They're 24 foot, 25 foot long. But what you can do is go to the True Value. They've got these little wire clips and wire pliers at any of the farm stores. Basically, you can build your own cages. Once you see one, you can see the dimensions on it. That's the same way they build these. If you see the little shot, the little wire clips here, I mean, they just cut everything to size, put them together. Those little wire ties go in there, band them together. So that's another idea. Good luck, brother.